What's up, guys? We're back with game 3. We know how the first 2 games went. We're back with Leafs Jelly. I just read a really nice email from a viewer, so thank you very much for that. And I'm going to take that energy into this. Oh, one thing. I went out for dinner last night, so I was unable to respond to the comments for the Oilers game. I'm going to do my best to get to them before I start stream today. So I'm getting this out early so I can hopefully get in, get those comments done. I have a very packed schedule with this content creation, but I love it. So I'm going to do my best.
Leafs are in Sunrise, Florida.
Oh, wow. So this is the Florida arena, hey? Interesting. I haven't ever been to the East Coast of America.
The Leafs are in Sunrise, Florida.
Really spread out the car park, didn't they? Normally you'd see like a stacked one. Interesting. All right, game 3. So Leafs made the most of their home ice, but now we got to see how they go on the road. So obviously for the Panthers, this is so important.
Nothing. And it's the first time since 1963 that the Toronto Maple Leafs have gone back-to-back in series and been up 2-0
since 63. So how are you feeling about that, Leafs fans?
And we're underway as it's cleared ahead along the boards and now played in over the line. Oh, just out of the reach of Matthews, and he would have been in alone. He comes out with a pass in front of the net.
Early opportunity.
And comes back to the point. Tanev to McCabe. Now to Marner. Marner's wrist shot in traffic. Deflect. They score!
What?
Now to Marner. Marner's wrist shot in traffic. Deflect. They score!
Oh, God. Wow. And they're still doing this is first minute. God, there's been some hot starts.
The Leafs are out in front. 1-0.
I probably shouldn't talk. The Leafs look like
we're doing fairly well here.
Wow, that went perfectly to the Leafs player. Nice.
Puck sprang away there from Pontus Holmberg.
He hit the spin and it was right there in front of his stick. Oh.
Into the game there from Pontus Holmberg. Long shot taken by Thomas Nosek. Into the game now.
And all the players, all that over him.
Pile up with somebody falling on top of the Leaf netminder.
Whoa!
Netminder. Haven't had a...
Okay, is that not boarding? Just because I'm just learning about boarding. See, it's funny, in the other video, I thought, hey, that's a legal hit. Like, what's wrong with that? And then you put me on the boarding. I'm guessing he must have been a bit further away or something like that because that looked like a really hard hit in the boards. That was a hard hit. Oh, I guess he was to the side a little bit, maybe. I do have one question too, you guys. It's a bit of a dumb one, so please forgive me, but I'm just not, up to speed. People said it's boarding when you can see the numbers. What exactly are you referring to there? Is it something to do with the numbers of the jersey? Like as we at the board, a few people mentioned that if you see the numbers, then it's boarding. I don't know what the numbers are. Sorry, I had to think about it, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
Toronto! 2-0 Toronto! Holy Mackinac, what a start in game 3.
That's really nice. I love it when they go around behind the net. Oh, Bobrovsky, just impossible to cover that distance back. So Leafs are up 2-0 in the first period. This is a hell of a hot start when you're leading the series 2-0.
Played out at center ice, and the Leafs get through center with Matthews across the line to Nyes.
Oh,
oh, what a play of Bobrovsky!
If that went in,
huge right there. Get it out into neutral ice.
I'll be jumping up for joy.
Back into the near corner. He misses a hit, but gets it up on the boards, and the fight starts there. Now here's Barkov trying to come to the net, and he does.
Oh, wow, that was classy. That was a nice touch there. Oh, did that deflect off the ref here? Just interesting.
It
does.
gets them on the board.
I think, Joe, originally,
Oh,
Morgan
wow.
Riley trying to clear
What a
up
good
the
touch at
boards,
the end
hit
there.
Referee.
Yeah, it did.
Tell me it wasn't
Oh, it wasn't his stick. I was thinking that is such an incredible touch, but it came off Riley's stick.
Cleared up the boards, hit the referee.
Tell me it wasn't Wes McCall.
And it was kept in.
In
That's...
fairness, the Leafs have scored all 3 goals. Puck down into the
Ooh.
Toronto zone. Lawton is
Big
in there
hit.
along with Yarncrook looking for a loose puck that comes to the side of the goal. And they're going to finally get on top of it.
Yeah, Scott Lawton, the puck is
Lots of
loose on the left
scrappiness
side.
around the goal area.
Trying to jam it in.
And Yarncrook got filled in by Kachuk.
Oh.
I think Kachuk's got a penalty. Yes, he does. Anton Lundell will back.
We saw Kachuk holding his... Ooh.
Wow, and a late hit by Lundell.
All right, I got to see all this again. I see Kachuk here holding his head down. And I'm assuming the ref's trying to get him off, but I don't know what happened earlier there.
Yes, he
Let's
does.
see
Anton
what happened
Lundell
here.
will backhand it, and it is grabbed there by... Wow, and a late hit by Lundell on Marner. And TJ Luxmore was standing right there. Battling forward, it comes back to the point. Kulikov keeping it alive. Now to Nate Schmidt, and a drive into the glove of Joey Wall.
Good stop.
And the Leafs are going to get a penalty. Timon Benoit took down Matthew Kachuk. Sorry, it was Brandon Carlo.
Panthers come out with it.
Yeah, that was a little...
Matthew Kachuk. Sorry, it was Brandon Carlo.
So this is a very physical game, which, from what I've been told, is the Panthers' play style.
Back to the far side, it goes for Reinhart. Reinhart down low, centering pass. Reinhart shot it off the goal post.
God, doesn't get close to that. This is all the first period.
Dropping the puck back. Big save by Wall. Challenged there by Mikkola, but no hit delivered.
And I think the Leafs are being penalized again.
Oh, that was definitely a high hit.
Period, the draw won by Florida. Back to the point, swept around into the corner, cut off there by Jake McCabe. Got it ahead.
So this is on the Florida power play, so something here would be huge.
Oh, and it was right off the face-off.
Verhaeghe, right?
Yeah.
Grabbing the stick of...
There is so much going on between the players off the puck action. It's a lot to keep on top of.
Oh, and it was right off the face-off.
Verhaeghe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just holding the stick.
Tanev.
Chris Tanev, yes. Well,
maybe
Jones
not.
kind of reached around him, but I don't think he grabbed him. You're right. And it is Wall playing it over to Carlo. Oh, and he got belted.
There's been some hits in this game.
On his skate, but I assume so. And a shot by Matthews rings high over top of the net with 2 seconds left. Time will run out.
That was a great shot at the end there. Would have been massive to go in 3-1 to the second period.
Back in over the line. Nosek with a shot. That's blocked. A rebound. Good save made by Wall. Another shot coming, a backhand in front of the goal. Good pressure here from Florida. Down into the corner, Ekblad.
It is. It's relentless.
Florida's got a penalty for a trip. Bobby McMahon was taken down. But Joseph Wall comes up with his best series of saves here in this game.
Down into the corner, it'll go to Nylander. Nylander back to the blue line. Marner with a rush shot. Scores!
That definitely took a deflection.
Was there. I think it goes off his stick, but it could be Tavares, who was right beside him. Never mind. It's 3-1.
And Tavares the first to the bench for the high fives. And this is how the Leafs had success
and then it
against
came off the
Ottawa.
Panthers
To the
player.
bench for the high fives. And this is
The
how
double
Leafs had
deflection.
success against
I like how he
Ottawa.
did that. Doesn't matter who it came off. It's 3-1.
It wasn't the fancy through the seam pass one timer into the
Off the
empty net.
glove.
It was a wrist shot from the point.
Kept in there by Florida. Chipped around back of the net. It'll come to the near corner for Ekblad. Trying to center. He does. And a shot. Deflects to the goal line. Again. Where's the puck? The referee's right on top and waving it off.
It felt like Wall, just from watching, took... Well, let me see what happened there.
We're going to get a good look at it here. Boy, that was right on the goal line. Brandon Carlo. You do see the puck over the goal line.
Oh, that's a great
was
save.
right on the
Or was
goal
it not a
line.
great save?
Carlo. You do see the puck over the goal line.
Oh. Okay. So they scored there. Now I just want to watch that in real time again. I'm assuming it's because Wall lost the puck, and then you don't want to make any crazy action where you're going to put it in, where you're going to push the puck in. It just felt like he reacted really slowly. He was really slow reaction, but that would literally be like losing the puck and not wanting to make a sudden action, right?
Deflects to the goal line, down.
After Carlo, you do see the puck over the goal line.
I wonder what drove that over. I wouldn't mind seeing that again, but I won't replay it again now. Because the Leafs players obviously aren't going to be driving that back, so I didn't see where the Panthers player drove it in. So 3-2 now. Ooh. See that again. Look at the fans going crazy.
Benoit stood up to make the hit just outside the Leaf blue line.
So much open space.
He was trapped, and the
but he had to commit to it.
Coming in was perfectly executed. Faith Berube has called a timeout. That worked.
All right. And a timeout at 3-3.
Domi is manhandled.
He really was.
And a penalty is coming here to Florida. Cleared along the wall, and out come the Panthers. 4:56 to go in the period. In the slot, a shot scores.
Wow.
Joey Wall will want this one back.
Wall's been really sturdy
It's going to be Thomas Dosek,
since he came in.
who had 1 goal in 59 games in the regular season. His first game of the playoffs, and this is a wrist shot from long range.
He did get a touch to it, but wasn't able to affect it like that. I'm just going to say so far, from what people have told me about Florida's play style, this game seems like a Florida game. Like, it's definitely going towards what they want from what I'm told of how they play. And we're seeing that reflected in the scoreboard.
Blockered away by Wall, and it's going to go up into the screen and out of play. Back of the net.
That was close. Wall didn't get a touch on that. That was very close. All right, we got to.
Trying to jump in is Lawton with a shot by Lorenz. Lorenz back of the goal. And then
now what happens there?
Pushed off its mooring by Nosek.
Oh, and he's looking at. Oh,
what?
What?
Are going after the Leafs. But this will be interesting, Joe. If it was deemed that
this is
would
interesting.
have gone in.
This might take me a while to get through. I didn't see the puck go like where it would have gone in, but oh, man, it is fascinating. The net can be moved, like, and then I guess it's up to interpretation.
Had the net not moved,
I don't think you could say it would have gone in had the net not moved. But how did he end up just colliding into the net?
gone in. Had the net not moved.
The Leafs player, as he gets there, he's like, I'm out. But he's got nowhere to go. Whoop.
Had the net not moved.
And it'll be pinned up against the wall.
Yeah, no, this is a...
Out of late hitters.
Boy,
led by Aaron Ekblad, who has made
This feels like a bit of an ambush
and there'll be no time left on the clock.
on the Leafs players. So this is going to be really interesting to see how the third period goes. What the hell?
And out of the net
Oh
was
my
Wall,
God.
and it came out dangerously close to the near post. Center ice.
Oh my God. That would have been a disaster.
Bennett on the right wing side goes to the front of the net, and a shot from the point. That stopped the scramble. Down
Now that was a good. Now that was a good save there.
Cover up on it.
Boy, it's a battle for Joseph Wall right now. I mean, this is a point shot through traffic.
Still with it, trying to flip it in front of the net for Marner. Got it back again. Fed into the corner, centering pass by Matthews. No one home. Riley with a shot.
Wow.
Scores! Morgan Riley banks it off a Florida player.
Yeah.
The Leafs have tied the game. Midway
Tied it up.
third. Holy
I mean, that is a response.
turn of events.
Great work by the
player's
Matthews
face.
line. Matthew Nice, Joe, to be able to get the puck back off Brad Marchand. Kept the play alive in the Florida zone for the Leafs. And then Morgan Riley sneaking down from the right
Half the
point.
time it's an assist off the team's player. Ooh.
Good save made there by Wall.
Double deflection.
Played back at center now for Florida. In on the right side, a shot juggled by Wall, but it's grabbed off by Domi.
4 minutes left. Here's an opportunity.
Here, Domi in over the line, left wing side, a shot, and that went wide of the net as Riley jumped into the rush again. Pass on
Ooh.
the boards for Lorenz. Into the corner for Lott. Lorenz kicking it free. Former Panther gets it back. Bouncing puck in front.
Okay, they're taking their opportunities.
Bobrovsky. Long shoot in off the chest of Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky then, after it is Pacioretty.
A penalty for that.
They're going to call the trip on Pacioretty.
Down into the corner, back of the
So
net.
Florida ending with the power play.
Back to Kachuk. He's back to the
Does
goal.
this go to overtime?
A slaughter shot. That deflects wide of the Leaf goal. And the Leafs are going to survive this part of the power play and send this game to overtime.
Ooh, that was close.
But it is cleared high off
Okay,
the glass.
now I'm seeing that the power play hasn't carried into overtime. So once the period ends, you don't serve that time, so to speak. Or did that happen? Did I miss it? All right, let's go overtime, baby. In the playoffs, what we got? Big opportunity early with a big save.
Has a turnover attached to it now. Oliver Ekman-Larsson to Tavares. Back of the net for Benoit. Benoit gets it out. Here's Nylander in. And the draw one cleanly. And a shot was blocked before it reached the net. Marner playing it off the glass to center and racing after
Okay,
it.
is it?
Nice trying to break in on the backhand. Oh, what a save made by Bobrovsky.
So a few
And on the
opportunities.
left wing, into the slot, a shot by Verhaeghe.
Wow.
That went off the mark.
This is
wide.
intense.
But good pressure here from Florida. Here's Marchand. Wrist shot coming. Scores!
Took the deflection, right? Where'd that go? What happened?
Goes off something and goes up and over Joe.
Off something.
And the little
These commentators are making me feel better about how I watch the game.
has given the Panthers life in this series.
Wow, it took a really odd deflection. It seemed like it had a high arc.
4 shifts in a row, Joe, where they were hemmed into their own zone.
Yeah, it took a high arc off the hip and just went perfectly in.
That's where Florida was eventually full marks for the fortunate bounce.
You can't blame Wall for that one.
As this is from the
You
left
can't blame
wing
him for that
circle,
one.
Just thrown to the net. The Leafs sent it to overtime and a fortunate bounce. And
Now-
the Florida Panthers are back in
God,
the
it's got to be interesting how you play your defense, because at least 2, maybe 3 of the goals in this game and multiple in many games, they come off the defensive player. You know, like for example there. So obviously you want to be screening, but it's weird how it kind of gives that offensive opportunity as well. And those are the ones where the goalie just doesn't have a chance. But Wall did look like he had a couple of the earlier goals. I think he probably seemed like he would have been on top of in the other games. And like I said earlier, it's really great that it went into overtime, competitive game. It definitely felt different to the other games there. It felt like the physicality was potentially more worrying for the Leafs players in that, but they did well to get that come back in third. So, it went to overtime, so it's still a close game. Let me know how you feel about that match, how you feel about the series. So 2-1. Now it's getting really interesting. It's so cool how the pressure changes and the game changes and how the coaches and players are going to react to that. I'm finding it so interesting as my first ever series. I'm not used to series, so this is so cool to me. I know it'd be a little bit devastating for the Leafs fans out there. Panthers fans, though, conversely, going to be stoked to get a win and knowing that it's home ice, going to try to level it up 2-2. So cannot wait to see that one. I'm going to try to go get to some of those comments before I have to go live. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. You're amazing.